Chris Wolf from KTLA is in Valencia tonight with new information. So, Chris, we know today that was actually the suspect's birthday. Is it a little too early in the investigation to find out what else we know about him?
We're learning some information, Denise, as the day progresses, but there's still so many questions. We know this: he is a 16-year-old boy, a student at Saugus High School. Today is his birthday. For some bizarre reason, he chose to unleash this violence on his birthday. A neighbor is telling some media outlets that he is Asian, that he is quiet typically, that to the neighbor's knowledge, he was a good student and planning to go to college. We understand that he lost his father about a year ago, and that he and his mother have taken the father's death very harshly. It's affected them very deeply, and that was something that may be part of his psyche, maybe one of the challenges going on with this young man. But that is what we understand in terms of his background. I did speak with some classmates, some other students today, and they said that he was typically very quiet, very introverted. He kept to himself. He was a member of the cross-country team, but other than that, they say he never made any threats against the school or against any classmates. This comes as a complete surprise to those who knew him or knew of him. We understand that this morning at around 7:30, he walked on campus wearing black. He was carrying a backpack. He walked into the quad area of the school. It's an open courtyard in the center of the property. He walked into this courtyard and pulled out a .45 caliber semi-automatic handgun from his backpack and then shot 5 classmates, killing 2 of them, a 16-year-old girl and a 14-year-old boy, before turning the gun on himself, shooting himself in the head. But he survived. He remains in grave condition. We have no other details about his condition right now, whether or not he is able to speak, whether he's unconscious. We simply don't know. We don't even know if he is at this hospital with the other victims who are here tonight at Henry Mayo Hospital in Valencia. A lot of the students I talked with say they are scared to go back to school, that already they are seeing some very disturbing, sick postings on social media, things of the nature saying that if you thought today was bad, wait until Monday the 18th. So not only is this community dealing with this raw emotion from this latest school shooting today, but now they have these other threats or sick pranks looming. Clearly, authorities are looking into all of this. Nothing will be taken too lightly. Given what happened today, this deadly school shooting. We understand that deputies, LA County Sheriff's deputies, were on scene just minutes after this happened. This school and others in the area were placed on lockdown. Some students scrambled for cover, ran for their lives into surrounding neighborhoods. Other students who were in classrooms barricaded themselves in those classrooms, piling furniture and chairs and desks against the doors, and then hunkering down and staying clear of the windows, not knowing what was unfolding outside of their classrooms. A very, very scary situation. Some students were able to communicate with their parents through text messages, but so many people are so traumatized and will be for the foreseeable future out here. One local official says, sadly, Saugus High School now is added to the list along with Columbine and Parkland and Sandy Hook. And that is, sadly now, the history of this area, will be the history of this area. But the community must heal, must go on. They say the healing starts right now, but it's going to take a very, very long time. We do know that the FBI is assisting local authorities with this investigation. Cyber experts are pouring through the shooter's social media, all of his electronics, his computer, his cell phone, looking for evidence, looking for a motive. Sadly, we know that history shows us many of the people who commit these kinds of atrocities have a tendency to verbalize their motivation, verbalize their feelings, their intentions, why they're taking such drastic action. They've done it through videos we've seen in the past, or through the written word with manifestos, if you will. Right now, as far as we know, FBI agents say they have found no such writings or verbalizations or motivation, but they are looking for something like that, looking for some answers. The shooting suspect's mother and girlfriend have been talking with authorities all day. Hopefully they're providing some insight into what went so terribly wrong with this young man, what may have motivated him to take this violent action, killing 2 classmates at Saugus High School. Denise, back to you.
Well, Chris, unfortunately, Las Vegas knows exactly what that community is going through. So thanks so much for that live report tonight.